But before we go on, can I quickly make us do something? Who are you and where are you joining us from this evening? Can you make use of the comment section to quickly, let's just have that happen within 1 to 2 minutes. I want to meet us. I want to know us. Who are you? Where are you joining us from? Are you joining from Lagos? Are you joining from Kaduna? Are you joining from Togo? Are you joining from Ghana? Are you joining from America? I can see Bumi from Lagos. Thank you. Welcome. Who else? Who are you? Where are you joining us from? Let's make use of our okay, I can see Oluwaseyi from Lagos. Thank you. Welcome. Who else? Who else? Quickly before we move. Who are you? Where are you joining us from? Omolade from Lagos. Welcome. Folashade from the best country in the world, Nigeria. Thank you. Eiwana, okay, Eiwama from Benin, you're welcome. I hope I got that right, but I can see Ajayi, you're welcome. Bukola from Lagos, you're welcome. Ufoma joining in from Lagos, you're welcome. Irianu from Lagos, you're welcome. Kachi from Lagos. I see that we have only Lagos people here. Okay, we have one Benin now, so one Benin and plenty Lagos. Ifeoluwa from Lagos, you're welcome, Ifeoluwa. Yes, blessing from Lagos. You are welcome. Mercy from Lagos. Oh my God, I think we can call it this series Lagos People series in addition to our topic. Welcome and welcome. I want to assure us that we're going to have a great time today. And in case you are joining and you've not shared this good news to somebody that you know is going to need this topic we are dealing with today, please don't be selfish. Kindly share the link with your friends, your business partners. Kindly share the link with people that you know that should be here. So spread the good news. This is a good news. You don't want to deal with all of this alone. You want to also have other people that are doing business right. And if you are just joining High Forum today, I want to tell you for the first time, I want to welcome you. I want to give you a warm welcome. Welcome. High Forum, it's a fellowship group in Household of David that is specifically dedicated to helping business persons, business tycoons to be the best of themselves. We share a lot of information about how to grow your business, how to do well in your business, how to expand your business. So in case you have not joined us, that's on the iForum group, we'd like you to leave your number or a link will be posted on the comment section for you to join us. And we would love to have you. So let's move right into today's business. Who is excited? Who is excited? Let's make use of the comment section. Are you excited? Kindly give us your best emojis. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Keep it coming. Thank you so much. So before we start, we need to dedicate this program to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the mighty man in battle, the one that will take us through it and ensure that we have a best time. And to usher us into God's presence this evening is none other person but our one and only Mr. Dapo. Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, ma. Good evening, ma.
So take us. Thank you.
Yeah, let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for a productive day. We come before you tonight, seeking wisdom and guidance as we gather tonight to learn about excellent customer service. We pray that you bless us with open minds, attentive hearts, and the willingness to grow. May the insight and expertise that are going to be shared be invaluable to any persons or businesses represented here in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Heavenly
Amen.
Father, for you've answered. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank
Amen.
you for that. We appreciate. And to introduce our speaker so fast so that we can get rolling. I'm here with my journal. I don't know if you are here with yours, my journal and my pen, because I know that I'll be taking a lot of things down. And I just don't want it to be like, okay, don't worry, I have it in my head. Don't be like that. So that you are able to jot key points that it's very helpful. How do they used to say? I think they said the smallest pen is mighty than the biggest of all sorts, or I don't know how that quote is, but then I just hope that you are ready for our speaker this evening. So ushering our speaker in is no other person but Director Oluwaseyi. Drum roll! You're welcome, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April edition of the Business Education Series powered by High Forum, the business and entrepreneurial platform in the household of David Church. I am so glad to have you all here. And I am sure that as Brother was prayed, the heavens have heard us. Our minds will be opened and will be strengthened to take our businesses to the next level in Jesus' name. So today we are looking at a very interesting topic that spans all the elements that make up the experience a buyer has with the seller, whether you're putting forward tangible goods or you are putting forward a service. It's called customer service, excellent customer service. Excellent customer service can make your business, establish your business, give you all the growth that you want. And lack of it can be the reason why dreams are not met and nothing happens. I'm praying to God today that lights will shine on our hearts and we will see what we need to do even better to all that we've done so far to ensure that we give excellent customer service and we keep our customers coming back for more. Businesses, either large corporations or simple startups, owe their growth to the truths that we'll be listening to this evening. And tonight, we are very privileged to listen to and be able to rub minds with the delectable and very cool director, Damilola Alabi, the managing partner of Pillow Talk Niger. So I'd like us to show Director Dami our love. Let's just show her our love as we welcome her tonight. Director Dami, we are very grateful to have you here. Thank you so much. I have my pen and my writing pad in front of me. We are looking forward. You've done so well for yourself. Pillow Talk Niger has gone places. It will go to even greater places. So we are itching to hear, what you know, so that that can also set us all on our journey upwards. Thank you and welcome, Ma. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shea. I'm truly grateful. Thank you for the great opportunity. I do not take this time for granted. I want to thank and acknowledge the presence of our pastor, Pastor Shade. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Dr. Shea, thank you again. Ministers Femi, Minister Temidayo, and the entire team. I am truly grateful and honored to be here this evening. Okay, jumping right into it. Please pardon my voice. I have a bit of a flu. So please, and pardon my drinking. I will take sips of water as we go along. Hallelujah. Okay, so jumping right in, let me share my screen very quickly. Okay, I just want to confirm that we can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, can we see my screen? We're good?
Yes, it's good.
Okay, awesome. So today we're going to be looking at a very important topic. And it's called the excellent customer service. I added a bit of a tagline, the growth tool that you are overlooking. Excellent customer service, the growth tool that you're overlooking. Customer service is one of like the simplest thing ever. However, it's like what they call like the small but mighty, right? In that once a business is able to get this right, Once a business, it's one of those foundational things that once you're able to get it right, it is a gift that keeps giving, right? The level of growth that your business would experience is cannot be quantified, right? Because like I said earlier, it is a gift that keeps giving, right? Once it is such that they always say that once a customer is happy with your product, it is innate in every human to share joy, to share happiness, to share what they love, right? So what would automatically happen is that you're going to be raising an army of people that love you and refer you and draw other people to you. There is no ad tool that is as great and as effective as word of mouth, which basically is gotten from an excellent customer service experience. Right? I'll jump right into it. And I want to start with a story. I want to start with a story, right? Um, Tolu makes and sells amazing corporate outfits, right? And Yinka has a very important speaking engagement and decides to order a dress from Tolu. She places her order, pays in full, and doesn't hear back from Tolu for 5 days. Um, because of this, she had to get an alternative for her speaking engagement. Now, when Tolu finally responds, it's one of those one-word answers. Where's my dress? I'm sending it. The outfit comes. Finally, she sends out the outfit. The outfit comes very late in the night. The dispatch rider was very rude. And there was no apology whatsoever from Tolu, no thank you, nothing whatsoever. However, when Yinka wore the outfit, it was amazing. It was perfect. It was the best dress she had. The fit was just 100%. And I want you for a moment to just imagine that you are Yinka, and I want to hear from you, right? I don't know if anyone can unmute their mic and tell me what would be your feeling about this entire transaction. Is there someone that wants to tell? You can give your response in the chat box as well. What would be your response? Is there someone that wants to say something? Okay, Rachel. Sister Rachel?
All right, Ma, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I'm actually going to be happy with the fact that the clothes was fitting without me doing it how fitting.
Mm-hmm.
But the process, I'm going to be afraid of referring him. Or I don't know if it's him or her. I'll be afraid referring him or telling him to another customer or people in my circle. Because what if he had not met up? Now, I already ordered for another dress because there was no response. So
Mm,
no good attitude. As much as the product is very good, but the services, the experience, I will not forget. Because even at 2 minutes to the time she told me the dispatch rider is here, I won't be sure until I receive it.
mm,
So the feeling, the fear, the anticipation, the whole process, not knowing, the fear of not knowing what the outcome would look like,
right.
I will not want my loved ones to go through it. And eventually they will say
So
I recommended the person.
okay. So you won't recommend, and would you buy again from this vendor?
Ah, no, I might
Okay.
not. Don't let me say no, I might not.
All right. Is there someone else that wants to tell us? You can just put it in the chat. Sister Esther, very quickly in 30 seconds.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Honestly, for the fact that this customer or the vendor rather is talking to me anyhow and giving me monosyllabic responses, whether or not the product is good, I will not buy again because my peace of mind is better than the product. I want a situation whereby I can easily talk to the vendor I'm purchasing something from and saying, and they can talk to me very well and it can go seamlessly. So it's not going seamlessly, I'm not going to come back again. That's the end.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you guys very much. You're amazing. The truth of the matter is I like what Deborah said, that peace of mind is non-negotiable. And it's the same for a lot of customers. No matter how amazing your product is, no matter how great it is, no matter how awesome it is, how you make people feel when they encounter your product, right, goes a long way in determining whether they would stay loyal to you or whether they will recommend anyone to you. So in business, having a fantastic product is like the barest minimum, right? Having a great product is the barest minimum that a business can have, right? Customer service is everything, everything, right? And I'll continue my slide now. Why does customer service matter? Right? Why does it matter? And I started on it already, that people are not loyal to brands. They are loyal to experiences. They are loyal to how you make them feel, right? There's this common and popular saying that says that, people buy from people that they like and love, basically. And what makes people like you, what makes them love you, is the experience that they have with you. And oftentimes we think that experience is limited to just when they encounter you. But as we go on, we will see that customer service pans beyond that moment that you are engaging your customer. Can we hear me? Just to be sure, can we hear me?
Yes, I
Yes,
can
yes,
from my
we can.
end.
Thank you so much. So customer service matters because number one, people are not loyal to brands, they are loyal to experiences. At the end of the day, people want to feel a certain way, especially when they are parting with their hard-earned money, right? People want to associate with what works. No one wants to associate with what does not work. I'm sure each and every one of us have experienced one time or the other where you refer someone and the person you referred, maybe your friend comes back to you and says, oh, this person did this, did that. It makes you feel a certain way. So once people don't trust you, they will not refer you, right? The second reason why customer service matters is because businesses don't grow just because they sell. Businesses grow because they retain customers, right? Because the cost of reselling to an existing customer is like way lower than the cost of getting yourself in front of new audience and convincing a fresh person to buy from you. If every time you sell, you always have to convince someone to buy from you, then your growth rate will be very slow, right? Unlike if you have an army of people that love you, that believe in what you do, that are loyal to you, they keep buying from you year in, year out, they keep telling people about you. Even when you keep, it would be like you're getting new customers will just be like an added advantage, right? That is what makes room for growth, because as you are earning, right, you are retaining. It's not that you are earning losing. The front door is wide open, but the back door is also wide open, right? The third point is that excellent customer service is a sales and marketing strategy. It is one of the most important sales and marketing strategy. So if you're trying to sell, if you're trying to market your product, having an excellent customer service process is enough to guarantee that you would have success with your sales and marketing goals. And I'm not just saying this based off fluff or anything. It's my personal experience. I know that I did not last year. I started my business in 2017, and last year was the first time that I ever did an ad or ran an ad or did any marketing campaign whatsoever. Previous years, I relied solely on word of mouth and referrals, right? It was solely on word of mouth. My corporate, every corporate engagement, I've never written a proposal to any company before. I've never had to lobby and do all of those things. And the key is because I have an excellent customer service system, right? And we are going to discuss this. And no matter where you are in your business, whether you're just starting, whether you're thinking about a business idea, or you're advanced, I trust that this session will be very, very valuable to each and every one of us. Someone even makes a decision. In fact, oftentimes, an excellent customer service ensures that a person makes a decision positively about your brand. And you must ensure that every team member carries this mindset. Every team member must be where, in our team, in our businesses, we must have a culture where excellent customer service is everyone's job. It is not just the job of the guys in the department. It is not just the job of your salesperson. It is not just the job of the person that is interacting with the customer. It is the job of every member of the organization, right? It is the job of every member of your business. And if you are alone, if maybe the way your business is structured for now, you are still self-employed, it's just you, it is the job of every of the roles that you have to play within that business, right? The second most very important thing that we must know is that for you to have an excellent customer service, the focus must be value. And this is true especially for a kingdom entrepreneur, especially for a kingdom entrepreneur. That's what you are thinking about. Oftentimes I've engaged people, and the stance, right? The art posture, the posture when they talk about business, oh, I want to start a business, is more from a standpoint of I want to make money. And there is nothing wrong in making money, right? Is that I want to sell, I want to live a soft life, I want to, However, what would happen if that is your standpoint is that you make you and selling the center, and it's going to inform how you build. And oftentimes it's not going to be good because if you are just money driven, if you are sale driven, then you will have a lot of blind spots. However, if you are customer driven, if you are value driven, right, you will begin to see that a lot of gaps are closed, and you even position yourself to be able to actually make money, right? So the focus must be on value. You must have a mentality and a mindset of service, that every person that has come into business, everyone that is offering, which is basically what entrepreneurship is, the exchange of value for money. So you must, have this thing where you are constantly thinking value. How can I give value to this person? You must constantly see your product as value and think about, okay, how can I genuinely, help this person, help my target audience? How can I help people? Not, have a standpoint of what can I give as opposed to what can I get? And I'm going to stress this so much because I feel like this is like one of um very important things that changes an experience of a person's how people engage with your brand, right? Is being genuinely interested in seeing them transform in their transformation process, because every product is supposed to solve a problem, right? So being genuinely interested in seeing not just your product being sold, but people being experiencing the solution that your product is and please, I need reactions. If you are getting me, please, it encourages me, right? So that I know I'm not alone. Thank you so much. Right? So we need to have, you need to sit with that, because when we begin to build from a place of how can I make my customer's life easier? How can I make our life better? How can I make his life sweeter? How can I make sure that that transformation happens? It causes you to stand out. You see things that your competitors will not see. You begin to speak the language of your customers, and this would in turn, you will get a reward for it, because your customers will begin to like you, they connect with you, you build customer loyalty, right? You build customer loyalty. And I want to run because we have quite a number of things to do, but that part, very important, very vital, right? The third thing, and this is for those of us that have teams that we work with. Now, I want to stress that working with a team is not limited to, oh, okay, I have a full staff, right? I have a full staff. It might also be like people that you work with, like in your dispatch riders, you know, the people that you work together to fulfill, you know, your goals, right? So it is important that you understand. Sorry, please, I'll just do this for a bit, right? It is important that you understand that your team is your first customer. Your team that you work with is your first customer. I said it earlier that good service starts inside before it shows on the outside. If you do not have happy team members, right? If you do not have a happy team member, I can assure you that you cannot give great service. A happy team member will be a happy, would translate into a happy customer. If a staff feels unseen, if they feel disrespected, it will show in their work. If they feel undermined, if they feel, you know, if they feel neglected, it's going to show in their work, right? So it is important that we know that, you know, our team and the people that we work with, the people that are oftentimes at the forefront, right? And I'm talking the entire chain now, both the people talking directly to the customers and even the production team. So talking for my own business, I run a production. My business, we handle both the entire chain, both from the production to the sales, right? Even the production team they must be taken care of, because if they are not respected, if they are not happy, then they won't do a great product, right? So we must have this mindset that your first customer as a business owner is your team. We must also ensure that they are empowered with tools, trainings, and trust. This part is important because oftentimes it's hard for, especially if you're like an entrepreneur, so for me now, it took a while for me to learn how to delegate. And it often happens with people that, you know, you spent time with your business building, you used to do this, do that, you know, there's this mindset that no one can do it better than you. And while that's technically true, it is also not true. Yes, they might do it differently, but not necessarily better, right? Or not necessarily less better, right? So we must understand that our team, it is very vital, right, that our team is happy, that they are satisfied, and they are respected, because a healthy team would ensure that you have a healthy and happy customers. I also want to say something that is very common. Don't let customers, I know they say, you know, the customer is king, the customer is queen, whatever. Don't let customers abuse your staff. I don't take it, right? And again, it's this thing of being value driven. When money is not your only focus, making money is not the driving force of your life, you would, because if that is your focus, then you will take anything, you will make compromises, you will do anything, right? In this country where, you know, Nigeria, where there are tendencies, customers have tendencies, it is very important that you protect your staff and don't let customers insult your staff. Don't let them disrespect your staff, right? Side with your staff. They are your first customer. I will keep saying it. Now, I'm not saying condone laziness or condone anything, whatever is not right, but don't let the customer insult. Never be the kind of business that allows that a customer feels like they can insult your staff. Very important. Protect your people. They are your first clients. right? Moving on. So these um, three mindsets, these three, I'll call them foundation, is very important. It is the foundations upon which we build. Number one, it is a mindset, it is not a department. Number two, your team, they are your first customers, right? Number three, be value driven, be value focused, be value built from a place of value, as opposed to I want to make money and all of that. Now, what does excellent customer service look like? How do we build trust that keeps people coming back? And we will do that, by understanding the customer journey, right? And I'm going to spend a bit of time on this slide, right? Understanding the customer journey, understanding that your customer, you do not get a customer. Your customer journey does not start at the point where they are making inquiries or where you are making a sale. It started a long while before that. Now, there are four major, milestones or major steps to on a customer journey, right? That a customer travels. The first one is awareness, and this is where our customer service starts. Really, excellent customer service. This is where it starts. In the awareness stage, this is where people are introduced to your business, they are introduced to your product, where customer and potential customers get a feel of your brand, get to know what your brand is offering. I mean, they open Instagram, they see you on their explore page, or they see you on someone's status, on WhatsApp status, or whatnot. Hey God, time. Right, this is the awareness stage, and this place oftentimes we leverage social media. I mean, very few people now have still have a brick and mortar store, or if at all you have a brick and mortar store, but you definitely augment with social media. That means that it is no longer the same way that you have a store, right, and you take your time to do up the store, ensure it is welcoming, ensure that your products are well displayed. If we do that, right, this is the same attitude that we must bring forth when we are representing our brand. For every product that we showcase, we need to think through from the beginning to the end. What problem does this solve? A deep awareness of this will position us to actually serve our customers excellently. Remember, basically, serving your customer excellently means making them happy, meeting their needs, changing their lives, transforming them, right? So it allows us to stand in the place where we are able to identify our customers' needs and position our solution in a way that speaks to your customers. That when people come across your ads, they come across your products, they come across your social media, handles, they don't just see it anyhow, right? They see something of value. And that brings me to the initial thing, that obviously we must have a product that solves a problem. Your product must be doing something valuable. And I want to say this because I was once in that position. Oftentimes, right, we don't see the apparent value of something. So I'll give a very good instance. I make craft items, right? Personalized craft items. I sell pillows, tote bags, pouches, key rings, and stuff like that. Now I can, just come online and say, oh, I sell tote bags. This is what I do. This is what I don't do, and all. However, people don't buy what you sell, right? What we are actually selling is beyond our product. It is a solution. So when I'm positioning myself, I'm telling myself, oh, I help people share love, right? I help people tell their brand story. I help people surround themselves with positivity in a world full of negativity. I help people inspire themselves, to action. That is what I do. I don't sell pillow. I don't sell craft. I don't sell, right? And it is in communicating this way that when people engage, they are not engaging your product as a pillow. They are seeing the possibilities, what is possible in engaging with you and in engaging with your brand. So in brand awareness, excellence starts from how we tell our story. Storytelling is a skill that a business owner must be like, it cannot be overemphasized. The ability to tell a good story, right? So that stage of brand awareness, this is where potential, and we must show up even in that place, with excellence, knowing that they might never be able to see the product physically. However, they will see it online. How are they seeing it? How are you communicating what they are saying? The second part is consideration, and I've touched a bit on consideration, because during the consideration stage, this is when customers, they've seen that ad, then they click on your profile. Oh, go to page. We do it all the time, right? You go to the page and then you get there, and there's just all manner of nonsense on the page. Immediately, whatever the desire, when you saw that flyer that connected you with it, once you get on the page and there is no follow through, you leave. What does the website look like? At this age, in this age and time, there is nobody that has an excuse of not having a storefront, because you have, and I'm going to be sharing some of those tools that I personally use. You have Bumper. With Bumper, they have a free version where you can get a free website. You get you have a storefront. You have, I will take us through that later, but you must have a website where people can go and see what you are offering. Right? You must have on your social media page, it's well done, well arranged. You put thought to it. How do you show up online? How do you show up even on your WhatsApp? If WhatsApp is your primary channel of selling, how are you showing up there? Customer service, we are talking customer service, right? You will see that we are not yet in sales. All of these things are building a perception. All of these things are building an experience, right? Are you the kind of person that on your page, they will see DM for price? If you are doing DM for price in 2025, you need to be jailed. Right? So please stop it, right? Stop it. It makes absolutely no sense. In fact, it's putting more trouble on you, right? Why are you saying DM for price? Then all manner of people, it's better they see the price. Either they like it or they move, so that you're not even wasting your time talking to people that are not your audience, right? You want to put as much information as possible out there, so that when people engage, it helps you to classify who is meant for you and who is not, so that you're not talking to 200 people every day and only 20 are buying, or only the one is buying, right? So put information out there. And how you also put information, very important, right? So put out blogs, blog posts, put out reviews. What are people saying? The ones that have used your product, what are they saying about your product? How are you presenting your pricing? Some of us, we do what is it called? We do services, and people don't take us serious, right? Because we don't even take ourselves serious. So someone comes to you, oh, I see that you take photographs, right? What's your rate? And you don't even have a rate card. You are saying that it's 10 naira per copy. Is this one per this one? Is that one per that one? Nobody, guess what? They are going to price you. That's when they'll say, my sister, do it for me now for this price now. Right? So how we show up as a brand would even determine the level of seriousness that people afford us. Do you have your rate card? Do you have, when people come to you, right, and by now you should know the questions that people ask you. You should know your frequently asked questions. You should have prepared answers. And over time, I'm going to talk about systems and automating, right? Ensuring that all of these things are automated, such that whether you are feeling high or low, your answers are constant. Right? Whether you are happy or you are sad, whether you are on your period or you are not, whether somebody made you angry or not, your answers are constant, right? Automation, using automated responses. And these things are very simple, right? So ensuring that you present your brand in a way that connotes and communicates value, right? People want to work with things that work. That is just the truth. The third stage of a customer's buy is where they now begin to make a decision, right? So they've come to your page, they've asked, oh, how much is this thing? How much is what I've realized? What gets people into trouble is when they've not automated, well, or I will say that they've not built systems around their customer service. And building system is so vital because again, we are human. Your moods will fluctuate. But if every time people come to your DMs and ask, oh, what are your services? What do you do? And you have something to send to them immediately, it cuts out your emotions, right? You already have prepared response. Instagram has, saved replies that you can have, and I mean, I'm going to give us assignments. The questions that people frequently ask. Everybody knows, how much is it? How many colors? What colors do you have? Do you have variations? Have prepared documents, prepared answers, prepared replies that you save, that you can immediately, once someone asks a question, you can immediately respond, that you've taken time to calm down to write, so that when people are asking you, it's easy, it's seamless, right? This, even you would see that it increases there was a time that because my business does a lot of customization, we used to spend a lot of time with one customer, right? However, over time, we've been able to shorten that time, that between a customer inquiry to when, in fact, the question you did not ask, because I know you're just asking what is the price. I already have a template that sends to you our price list, our sizing, size guide, our fabric swatch, and the steps that you need to take, what you need to send to me to place an order. I also send you my website. So you come to me and say, oh, can you send me pictures? I just send you a link, right? I've put these things together in a link, so it will take time for us to build this system. However, it will be a gift that will keep giving. And, ultimately it affects the experience. A customer that comes to you and says, oh, you send them this, oh, wow, thank you so much, this helps. It helps them to make the decision faster. Right now, at the decision stage, this is where the customer makes their purchase decision, and we want to ensure that your sales, the what is it called, time from they are interested to they make a decision to purchase is very short. You want to make it as short as possible, right? And you also want to make purchase simple. There are people that I engaged one brand recently, and to pay was a struggle, right? I've even decided I want to buy this thing, but the process of making payment, it took like 3 days. I'm like, this makes no sense. Do you know how many people would have given up? In fact, the only thing that kept me there was because I was curious to see, okay, where will it end? Right? So you want to make your purchase system as simple as possible, right? You also want to ensure that in your in closing of your deal, you are doing what is called upselling, you are doing what is called reselling, you are doing what is called cross-selling. So one of the things I do is, if someone says, oh, I'm interested in buying, oh, is it for someone's birthday? Oh, that's awesome, that's great. And we'll see later out asking questions, right? Oh, okay, have you considered doing a package instead? With this, if you add this amount, you get to have a box with this inside, and the person will say, ah, wow, that's great. Oh, imagine, I thought you only do pillows. So, oh no, we don't just do pillows, we do this, we do that. We can put together a package for you, right? So, but if you don't have those things at your fingertips, then you are going to lose that customer, and you will never know how much more the customer is able to do, right? Then another thing is, have different packages at different price points, right? So that if the customer goes for this, you can easily bump them to the second one or suggest the third, or they come and they say, oh, this is too expensive. Don't just say, hey, yeah, you take them immediately back to, oh, okay, what have you considered? This size is cheaper, this size, you can do this, you are even able to reach more people with this and with that. Excellent. We are talking excellent customer service, a tool for growth, right? So, and then the final part journey is post-purchase. And a lot of people, this is the part that a lot of people fail in. Post-purchase, your customer journey does not end after they have bought from you. In fact, that is the beginning of their journey. This means that getting customer data, ensuring that you have, your customer data is stored, very important. You have a system that stores customer data, a system that, follows up with customers, after sales support, for loyalty. They might even have bought one thing now, but after, what can they buy tomorrow? What can they buy next tomorrow? Also, saving customer patterns. Someone now has said, oh, I have customers that every time, we are doing end of session for their children, they always order something. So this year, somebody comes and orders, oh, I want to make pillows. I want to do gifts for my children's teachers, right, at the close of session. That is not, I'm going to note it down. We have a system where we capture what the person bought. By next year, you can be sure by the next term, I am going to be in at the end of the next session, I'm going to be in your DMs to saying, oh, a month before, this person is going to close soon. No, they are teachers. Should we start choosing what your the gifts for your teacher? Oh wow, I forgot. Thank you so much. That is business that would have gone if you do not have a strong post-purchase system, right? So getting customer, reselling to them, retargeting them with emails, and even as simple as thank you, appreciating them on their birthdays, appreciating them on dates that are important to them, right? Ensuring that, another thing in your purchase, from purchase to post-purchase, carrying them along. One of the things I've realized with Nigerian audience, or humans generally, humans like to be carried along. Oftentimes, when something goes wrong, because things do go wrong at times, the problem is not with what went wrong. Oftentimes, it's because a typical person, something has gone wrong. Your stance is to, hey God, time, right? Your stance is to run away, avoid it till last minute. However, once you are tracking and you see that this thing is supposed to be ready by Monday, I can see that with the rate at which you are going, by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is likely that I'm not going to immediately inform the customer. I know you are expecting this thing by this time, but from my calculation, this and this went wrong. I apologize. It's not going to be ready. Yes, they will be upset, but they won't be as upset as you waiting till that Monday and then, telling them stories that touch, right? I need to run, right? But I believe that we've been able to really, drill down on the different customer stages and the different needs that we need to target as we are dealing with trying to achieve excellent customer service. I just put a few points that I'll run through very quickly because I want us to look at some of the tools that we can use, right? Understanding customer needs, very important that we stay in touch, knowing what they need and finding ways to meet that. I'll give an example, right? So a large part of my customers, for instance, I realized that they do gifting. They purchase for gifting, right? So I started thinking, okay, if I'm purchasing for gifting, I want it properly packaged. I want it packaged in a way that when the person receives it, they receive it as a gift. So I don't just put my pillows or put my bottles or in anyhow packaging. I invested in a good packaging to ensure that, when they are sending it as a gift, the recipient feels honored to have received it. Secondly, I started introducing what I call gift for you cards. Understanding your customer needs. So when a customer, because I realized they'll say, oh, can I add a note? Can I? And before we'll just write it down. So now we have a gift for you that the person can, feel and, immediately the person knows, add their notes in a very, excellent way, right? So I'm just going to run through it. I need to stop explaining too much. Engage. I'll share this slide so you can always read through. Engage consistently, right? Keep connecting with your customer. Find ways to keep updates, emails, social medias. your customer, they are your families. And to be honest with you, I was sharing the other time that I never had to, if you treat your customer well, they will tell other people about you. In fact, they will fight other people for you, right? They will get to their offices and they will tell them that it is either this person or no one else, right? So if each time we engage them, preempt their needs, right? Beyond what they've said, preempt their needs. Handle complaints like gold, right? Fix it and then wow them. Empathize, solve their problems, then surprise them with value. And I will say this thing again about being value driven and not money driven. There's something that, before it used to be boldly written on our wall, but now everybody know. In my office, we don't do nonsense. We don't do crap, right? If there's a mistake, I'm going to call that, no matter, let that product be in the US. I'm going to spend money to send you a new one, right? At no charge. If I can call it back, I will call it back. Because you see, those simple actions. In fact, I would rather spend my marketing cost on doing those kinds of acts, right, than leaving a customer unsatisfied, right? And it is important. Things would happen, things would happen. And this is where making your team, willing to then being your first customer, comes into play. You must be willing to go to any length to ensure, well, let me not say any length, to ensure that a customer is satisfied, right? As much as is humanly possible, as much as it is within your power, to ensure that your customers are satisfied. When they make a complaint, don't just dismiss it. One of the things I tell my people is it is an honor to serve, right? It is an honor to serve these people, and we must serve them till they are satisfied. Yes, some people can be difficult, but we deal with it. And I must say this, that one of my most difficult customers have been agents of change, because sometimes God has sent them to you so that you can make changes. So when I notice that, the systems and the processes that we've improved in our business have come from complaints. Oh, why is this size? I remember then when I used to tell, we just used to put sizes on our pillows. This is 10 by 10, this is 12 by 12, this is 18, and you assume people will know. And then you make this plan, and this customer, she made such a fuss. Oh, we told you, but we told you it was 10 by 10. She said, I don't know what 10 by 10 looks like. And we had done like maybe 200 units of this item. So because of that complaint, because of all the trauma that went, along that particular order, I had to create a system, a tool. It made me sit down and create a tool that, okay, how can we visually represent our sizes for our customers? Which is why you must realize that customer service is a living organism. You have to keep interacting, adapting, again, with a mindset of, I want to solve these people's problem. I want to empathize with them. I want to give value, right? So seek feedback. Don't wait for them to come and complain to you. With every order, you say, thank you for your order. I'm grateful. I know that we did. Did you like it? Is there anything you feel we could have done better? Seek it, because that is how we grow as a business person. Seek feedback, right? There are some business decisions we've made that has earned us millions of naira. I remember when we started doing the mini pillows, it was a customer. In fact, she literally, I will use the word, bullied me into doing that size. In my head, it wasn't possible to make pillows that small, right? But she kept insisting that, no, please, I don't want this, I don't want. And I just calmed down and said, okay, you know what, no problem, we'll try it. Now that is one of our best sellers, right? But if I had just treated her like, I beg, I don't have time for this nonsense, this woman's wahala is too much, I would have left millions of naira on the table. The collaborations I had with Access Bank, I've had with the CBN, it's from these products, right? So please see that when customers give feedback, they are not being mean. In fact, the ones that give feedback, you should appreciate them. So one of the things that we do is, those that I see that, oh, this person gives feedback, I give them discounts. Oh, please, on your next order, you get these discounts. Appreciate feedback, right? Because that is how we grow. Hey, my God. Then be transparent, be honest, be trustworthy. Let your yes be yes, your no be no. Be open about product info. Be open about your pricing. Put your rate card. Put your pricing. Put things that would help your and be trustworthy. If you say, oh, we are making this, if your pillow will not do this, if your product will not do this, don't say to do it, because that's part of customer experience, managing customer experience, right? I want to run. And then reward loyalty. I think I've spoken about that. And then the last thing I'll just say, I put here some tools that can make service easier. I don't know how many of us know Bumper. Is there anyone here that knows you've heard of Bumper? I'm sure there should be. How many of us know and use Bumper? Awesome. I recommend Bumper for every business person, right? Because it just makes your life easy. You are able to manage customer record. You are able to save their record, automate receipts, automate follow-up messages. Each time someone purchases, it automatically sends them an email. Each time, you send out their product for shipping, it automatically sends them a message for shipping. After they've purchased, it automatically sends them, a follow-up email asking them to rate their service and all of that. So tools like that can help you automate, some of these customer service things that are important, right? And you have the free version, so you don't even have to start with the paid version. The free version is just as effective, right? And then once you buy your domain name, you can link it and even have your website. I think even without your domain name, you can have your website, only that to carry bumper.com or something like that. I always encourage pay for products, pay for apps, right? Do the paid version, it makes sense. But I mean, if you can, it's understandable. If you can't, for now, use the free version. There's WhatsApp Business, there's Canva. And I said I was going to share. Let me show you very quickly. How can you still see my screen? Okay, no, I stopped sharing. I shouldn't have stopped sharing. I have overused my time. Minister, Director Shay, I need to leave, right?
It's just so nice.
Let me very quickly, I just want to show you like examples of what I'm talking about. How do I do this now? Okay, I think I need to stop presenting, or how does this work? Okay, no, go here. And I just want to show you Canva there. That's because I want to talk to you about Canva, what you can do to ensure that your business, you can see my screen, right? Okay, so some of the things that I use for my business. So for instance, you can see this is a thank you note that goes out with every order. With a free Canva tool, you can design something like this, and you'll be shocked how things as little as things like this, how far they can go. There's this cards that we usually use for my business that I have these cards that I print, and then this a note from my heart to yours that I sort of put in like when people order. And there was a time that I stopped it for a while, and you won't believe how many messages I received that please, it's because of this card that I buy what you are doing. Which is so weird. Like, it's because of, if the card is not there, I'm not interested, because I changed the messaging like over time. So you have no idea how much little things like this, how far they go in helping people stay with your brand, right? I want to show us even some other, like, if you see, you can see this is someone that we worked with recently, and there was a bit of an error with her order. I not only sent her a free gift, and I wrote her a note. We pride ourselves in doing good work, but sometimes we goof and fall short. Thank you so much for giving us a chance to. This woman, she's still one of our best clients, right? So we do birthday messages, a gift for you. These are things that we print just to ensure that people feel your project remains memorable with them. I talked about what is it called the other time, have a price list. Let people come to you and say, how much is it? And there's a price list of all of your products, right? Not every time, wait, I'm coming, let me check. Or it is this price today. Sorry, I made a mistake. Oh, what else? I talked about size guide the other time. I had to do this so that when people see, they already know, oh, this is what the sizing looks like. This is, I'm not talking too much. And it also even gives me peace of mind, right? What else did I want to show you? You even have like care cards. When people buy, oh, how do they take care of the things that they buy? How can I ensure that they are using it optimally? Do you have care cards? How to use cards? How to maintain how they can maintain their products and ensure that it lasts long? Again, have value in mind, right? Have value in mind. I talked about, oh, we started writing notes. People can add notes to their what is it called, to their orders, right? So very important. Canva, there's the free version, and you are able to achieve a lot with that, right? Sorry, before I go there, you also have Google Forms and Sheets. This can help you collect feedback, record inquiries, organize data. There's Trello and Notion. They can help you track customer complaints, staff assignments, follow-ups. There's ChatGPT. I think everybody knows ChatGPT. You can draft polite responses. You can help it to refine, help you to come up with difficult replies, right? You have Instagram quick replies and story highlights for FAQs, product info, testimonials, and all of that, right? And if you're depending on the skill that you're on, and you need a CRM system, I will still swear by Bumper, because Bumper just have, it's very simple app that you can use, and it will help you. And I have like some assignment for us today, something that you can do today, not tomorrow. You can download the app, save at least 10 customers, put their name, their email address, and Bumper also have this campaign. So you can do SMS campaigns, you can do email campaigns on the app as well. They didn't pay me, but I use them, and now they have new themes, so it's amazing. You can set up your WhatsApp auto replies, right? You can create your IG, 3 IG highlights that has frequently asked questions about my product, testimonials about my product, how to order, and go on Canva, do a nice design and write it neatly, right? You can practice one upsell or cross-sell today. You can create a customer response checklist. This is one of the things that I have for my business. What are when the customer asks about this, what are the things that I will send? You're asking me what is the price. Anytime anyone asks me what is the price, I send you this, my price list, I send you the size guide, and I send you the fabric fabric swatch to show you the colors, right? So these are things that are important that you can do today, just to make this staying consistent in your customer service experience constant. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm sorry for taking so much time, but yeah, I trust that we've gained something today. Thank you, Director Sheyi.
Thank
Wow,
you.
wow.
Okay, over to you, ma'am. Mr. Deborah.
Wow, 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 wow. Can we give like a round of applause? I want to see your lovely emojis flying all around. Let's let's give Director Dami the round of applause that she deserved this evening. She has done so well. I'm reading the section. I'm seeing so good, amazing. I learned a lot today. Thank you so much. I learned a lot today. Thank you, Yewande, for sharing that. Can we just quickly share our feedbacks? What have you learned? Highlight of something that I've learned today, that excellent customer service is a culture, is a mindset. It's not just a department. It's not just a team. So please, what have you learned fast in the comment section? Let's quickly do that. Let's quickly drop our message. What have you learned? Okay, insightful section. Thank you very much. I'm reading the comment section. Please send your lovely emojis, your love, your smile, your clapping, and all the congratulations. Congratulations to the 92 of us today that have learned wonderfully well. And I'm very, very positive that this number here will go out there to do amazingly well when it comes to customer service. Thank you so much, ma, for these beautiful deliveries, an excellent one. Slides are very clear and active, are very engaging, you are very interesting. Like everything is just so balanced and so good. Thank you. Somebody is saying in the comment section that thank you, Director Dami. Okay, that she's a beginner and you have just opened her heart to what she must build on. Okay, she will share her testimony very soon. Of course, we look forward to your testimony, Deborah. Thank you for that. Okay. Someone is saying we offer solutions and not just products or services. Thank you for sharing that feedback. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you are not part of iForum, iForum group, kindly reach out, kindly indicate in the comment section. So we are going to add you. And don't be selfish with this message. If in case you are just joining us, welcome, welcome, and welcome. And if you are like, oh, I've missed out on a whole lot that have been shared, no, you haven't. A link to this will be shared, and do not only listen to it alone, kindly share it to as many people that you know that will learn from what has been shared here today. So don't be selfish with this information. If you are just joining us, welcome. Someone is saying an insightful session. I learned a whole lot today. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Director Dami. We can't stop thanking you. Thank you, and thank you so much. So very, very, very quickly, I would say we've learned a whole lot today, but I'm not going to look away from the fact that one or two persons might just have one or two questions, something he or she is not cleared about, something like you want to put out that you really want to understand better, and something you are confused about. You can just quickly indicate, just within 5 to 10 minutes. We don't want to take too much time on that. Like indicate, you can also type your question on the comment section. We'll read, and Director Dami will do very well to answer. So please, a quick one, a quick one. Okay, I think I can see a question in the comment section. Okay, can you share practical ways that you used in telling your brand story? Okay, ma'am. Over to you, Director Dami.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. So I think again, the first place to start, oh, that's faster, Shade. The first place to start is to understand your solution, right? Understand your customer's need, understand their pain points, right? And understand the solution that you are going to offer them, right? So because people relate to when you want to tell your story from a solution point of view and a value point of view, right? As opposed to just pinpointing highlights of or features of what your product is about. People want to know your why, right? So start, I would always say, anytime you're writing your brand story, start from a place of your why, right? Why am I doing this? And oftentimes that story of your why will start with, oh, I had this problem, or somebody had this problem, or I noticed this or noticed that. I brought this solution, and this is what the transformation story from that solution is. Do you see? So that is usually the format that telling a story goes what you want to goes the format with which you can tell the story. You want to start with why, what I mean, the reason for that story, what happened, I mean, what was the problem, what is the solution, what is expected, right? So anytime, and to be able to tell that story accurately, or to be able to tell it in a compelling manner, that means that you must know right, you must know, okay, this is what the problem was, this is the solution, and this is, and it sounds simple, but oftentimes we don't even adequately know the
Yeah.
transformation story of our product or our service. So you need to take time to sit down and actually document, like, okay, this is then what influenced you, right? Was there a big event that happened that, then launched you into, becoming passionate about that thing and developing that product or service, right? Was there a problem, a big problem that you discovered, right? So it is, you identify by identifying yourself, identifying from observation what the problem is, the solution, and then what the transformation looks like.
Okay.
There's another question. It says, do you
Also,
have
that
recommendations on delivery? Yes, yes, yes. I forgot to talk about delivery, right? So, excuse me.
sorry.
Delivery is a major problem in Nigeria. Logistics generally is a major problem, right? However, personally, I have a dispatch rider. I use fares, for my interstate delivery. So far, they've been the one. For a long time, I used Conga delivery, but I switched to fares. So far, they are the ones with less heart palpitations. Um, the only thing I would suggest is, because most of my items are bulky, so when I wait for them to come and pick up, is usually, even though their service is supposed to include pickup and delivery, they can take 4 days, you know. But what I do is, I just take it once I'm ready, I take it to their office, and usually within their stipulated time, they are able to deliver. Another reason why I love Fairs is that I'm able to integrate it with my bumper app. So once I go on the Fairs platform, and Fairs is FEZ. Let me just type it. Fairs delivery. These brands, they need to pay me. Oh.
Very
You
true.
know? So it integrates with your bumper platform. So you are able to just go on the first platform and automatically import outstanding deliveries from your, so that works. I've also tried to use Bubble. It's called Ship Bubble. And that one is good because you have like different what is it called, different delivery companies on that platform. So you can see the highest, you can see the lowest, you can see the ratings. For you just input, oh, I want to deliver from Lagos to this place, and you can see different delivery options and timelines as well. So with deliveries, really, you just have to keep trying and seeing what works, and once it's no longer working, you switch. So logistics is still, I mean, Nigeria is a peculiar country, so it's still something that we are still really I'll say is a business opportunity for somebody. So yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. Can we hear me?
Oh, yes, we can.
So I think that's it. But I personally currently I have the dispatch that does local deliveries, and I have fares. They do both interstate and international deliveries. So yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma, for
Thank
that.
you.
Do
Thank
we,
you.
I think we have one more question. Like, please, Ma, how can we get, okay, for the slides, I think it will be shared with the link to, yes, it will be shared on the platform with the link to a replay of this meeting. Bless you, ma'am. So do
Okay.
we have any other question? Yes,
Hand
the
is
class is
raised.
recorded, boss lady. The class is recorded, and the link to the replay is going to be shared on the iForum platform. So if you're not on the iForum platform, a link will be shared to you right now for you to join us. And like I've said earlier, please share this good news to as many as you know, as many business tycoons out there that are struggling one way or the other with customer service. And if you notice, if you have been on the iForum group from the beginning of the month, we've been sharing about customer service, how an effective way to reply to your customers, and effective customer service. And this program today, business education series, is rounding it um up with a very, very good delivery from Director Dami. So I'm confident that the 90 plus of us that joined today's business education series will be making a difference out there. It's not just a team, it's not just a department, it's a mindset. And I'm very sure that we've been like that mindset, they've been a readjustment this evening. So to send us home beautifully this evening, we are going to be inviting no other person but our mama in the house, the pastor of I Forum department. We are going to be ushering her in. So please let's give a round of applause as we welcome Pastor Shade in the building this evening.
Good
Hello,
evening,
ma.
everybody. Sadibo, I don't know why you're ushering me to.
Good evening, Mama.
Good evening. I don't know why you're ushering me to. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Mr. or Mrs. Eden has had their hand raised for a while.
Oh,
I
Wow.
sorry about that,
mean,
my bad.
so I'm
Sorry.
so sorry. Salma, please, can you go ahead and oh, you've dropped it, or do you want to ask your question?
Okay.
That hand has been raised for a while.
Oh,
So
I'm
just
so
be
sorry. I'm
sure,
so sorry,
my son,
please.
I'm sure you did not see it. Okay, so maybe the hand is okay. Thank you very much, Sister Deborah. Director Dami, what
Thank you,
can I
sir.
say? I mean, I'm blown away. I mean, this has been one of the best sessions that we've had, and I don't know, I think what resonates with me is how you've shared with us that customer service or customer experience is actually before we even make the sale, and it's really
Mm.
not even about the sale. I mean, it's long before we make the sale. I mean, it has been an amazing session, and I'm sure everybody agrees with me. Thank you so much, ma. And
Thank you, sir.
I know that it was a sacrifice being here tonight, and we say a big God bless you and prosper you. And like Pastor likes to say, this is not your first time, and this will definitely not be your last. I think we're
Definitely.
going to have maybe another session where we can break down some of the things. I know that you showed us practically, but maybe we can go into practical ways that people can do these things. So
Mm.
we would reach out to you. Thank you so much, ma. God
Thank you, Ma.
bless you. Thank you,
Amen.
Sister Deborah. Thank you, everyone, for being on the call.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Ma.
Bye.
Hi.
Bye bye. Night, everyone.